Hi guys, in the previous video we made the web view and actually ran the application or the Jenny motion. In this video we are going to make the full front end of our application. The full front end includes this go button, this edit text and these four buttons and removing the action bar that was on top. So let's just get into it. First we are going to open it and look at our design, at what our current design is. So we are going to go click on this preview button so that we can see it while we code, and this is our preview right now. So the first thing that we are going to do is remove this action bar on top where Avenger browser is written, because instead of that we have to put in our go button and edit text. To remove it we'll have to go into this resources folder, into this values folder and go into this styles folder. Here we are going to write theme.no action bar light.no action bar and press enter. After pressing enter, if we go back to our activity underscore main and look at our design, we are going to see that there is no action bar present over here. So we'll go back and we'll try to minimize it a little bit. Alright, so action bar has been removed. Now we are going to work on having four buttons of forward, backward, reload and clear history. So what we are going to do, we are going to make another linear layout inside this outer linear layout. If you see right now the orientation is vertical. What we want are four buttons to have orientation as horizontal. That's why we are creating a linear layout inside a linear layout. If you see in this UI, there is a linear layout, there is a big linear layout and it is orientation is vertical, because first this is tagged, then this web view is tagged and these four buttons are stacked, but these four buttons are stacked horizontally. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a linear layout. Let's create it, give it the width of match parent and height of wrap content. So it's going to have full width and it's going to have a height of the four buttons that we are going to put inside it. Wrap content, if you remember, is basically it gives the height or the width that its child has. So we are also going to give this linear layout an ID. Let's call it ll underscore buttons, and that's it. Now let's see why it's showing an error. No orientation specified. So let's give it an orientation. We want this orientation to be horizontal. Orientation horizontal, and the error has gone. Now let's put buttons inside it. So let's put a button layout width as wrap content and height as wrap content, and we are going to put text as forward. Let's give it an ID of forward button underscore forward, and then we'll just copy and paste it 4 times because we need to have 4 buttons. Let's change the ID on every one of them. Let's call this backward. Let's call this reload. Let's call the last one as clear, and let's rename this as back. Refresh, and this one as clear. So as you can see, the four buttons are now here, but they are on top and they are not on bottom. So what we are going to do, we are going to put them below this web view, because right now these buttons are on top and this web view is as at the bottom. So we are going to copy all of this and paste it below. And if there is, as you can see, there are like some gaps over here and the code doesn't look neat, so you can press Ctrl Alt and L on Windows and it will automatically rearrange your code to look a lot better. So after this, now if you see that the buttons have vanished from the bottom, This is because the web view is taking the whole screen. It's because it's match parent and the buttons have been pushed out of the screen. So now I'm going to introduce a new concept known as weight sum. So first let me write it out and then I'll explain it to you. Let's type at weight sum and give it a value of 1, and we'll give the web view a layout weight of 0.80 and this linear layout a weight of 0.10. Now as you can see, our buttons have come back. Now what is this weight sum and what is this layout weight? Imagine a pizza. So we have to divide the pizza into 3 people. The first part of the pizza goes to a very big person because he eats a lot of pizza. So we divide the pizza into 3 parts and we give 0.80 part of the pizza to the web view. We give 0.10 part of the pizza to this view, linear layout view, which has 4 buttons inside it, and the other third 0.10, because if you add 0.80 and 0.10 it becomes 0.90. So there is still 0.10 of the pizza left. So where is going to go? We are going to give it to the edit text and the go button over here, which we haven't made it right now. So let's make it, let's call it, we'll make another linear layout because we want a edit text and then a go button which are horizontally stacked. So we'll make another linear layout. So let's make a linear layout. It gives the match parent whole width, wrap content only the width that it has. Give the orientation as horizontal. Give it an ID of linear layout underscore edit. Let's name it URL, linear layout URL. Let's call it URL go because it is going to contain both the URL part and the go button. And yeah, and let's give it the weight of 0.10. Alright, then we are going to put an edit text. Let's give it a width of wrap content and height of also wrap content, and let's make a button wrap content. Let's call the button as go. Okay, so here's our button, here's our text view. Now the text view, edit text, as you can see, is very small, and the go button is over here and they are not occupying whole of the screen. So what we are going to do, the first thing that we have to notice is that we put the linear layout weight as 0.10, so it's showing up over here. So right now the division is 0.80 of the screen. This web view contains 0.10 of the screen. These 4 buttons contain, and 0.10 part of the screen this top area contains. Now in this bottom area and in this top area we are going to do something. So first let's go down to the bottom area. In this bottom area, as you can see, these all 4 buttons are occupying different sizes. What we want to do is to occupy like the same amount of pizza. So there are 4 people who are going to eat the pizza and we are going to divide it into 4 equal parts. So let's give it a weight sum of, so here weight sum is 1 pizza, and then the buttons can have a share of 0.25 pizza each. 0.25 pizza, that is 1/4. Let's just copy it and paste it in all the 4 buttons. So now as you can see, these all 4 buttons occupy equal amount of space, and now as you can see they look a lot cleaner than they used to. Now let's go back to this area and also give it a 1 pizza, and then in this 1 pizza we want the edit text to occupy most of the part and the go button to occupy less of the part. So what we are going to do, we are going to put it a layout weight as 0.80, which will increase the size, and as you can see there is some space left, so maybe we can do 90. Yeah, this looks good. And here layout weight as 0.10, and the go button is over here, so it's still looking pretty weird. So let's 0.5 and 0.05. So let's just run it and see how it looks. So I've already started Genymotion. So we'll click on this play button and we are going to see how it looks right now. So if we open our Genymotion, it's still opening. So as you can see, the four buttons are over here, the edit text is over here, the go button is over here, and if we want we can just type a URL over here, but it's not going to work right now because we haven't implemented the backend for it and it's not going to do anything. So what we want is that we have four buttons have been created and the edit text has been created, the go button has been created. In the next video, what we are going to do, we are going to beautify them a little bit more, or yeah, we are going to beautify them a little bit more, and I'll see you in the next video.